Hello everyone, back again. Alright, you are in Tony's Witchy Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello. Alright, so this is part 5? This is part 5 of me working on the Spell Bottle Junk Journal. I almost forgot. Before we get started on that, I wanted to just give a reminder that I have a birthday challenge giveaway going on, okay? I will link the video that I made for this in the description box, and I will also link it in the comment section, just so people can find it really easy. If you're gonna join, one of the requirements is doing the VR before the 17th, okay? Just so people have time to see your video and possibly get into the giveaway also. Okay, so please go watch that video. I've only had 2 people do the VR so far, so come on guys. I know you can do it. Even my card makers, yes, I'm calling you out. I know you can do it. This is a very simple one, and I want to see everybody's Twinchie, because I'm gonna make a big like placard out of it so I can hang it on my wall. So it's gonna be cool. All right, guys. Yesterday when I turned my camera off and did my last video, I started gluing my box together. You guys saw me paint this, right? Started gluing this together so it could set overnight so we can work on the rest of it today. So what I did was I just glued it together and I did the inside papers, okay? Now I have no idea how this turns out. I just have an image in my head on how I want it to turn out, so cross your fingers. I have to do this really good because, yeah, somebody has already called dibs on the Spell Bottle Junk Journal. So if anyone else was curious about it, sorry, it's no longer up for grabs. Okay, so, just because I'm going to be working with some glue, I'm going to get my messy mat out here because I'm trying to keep my cutting board messy free. So, see, I was so lazy last night after I was done filming. I didn't even clean off my paint there, which, yeah, it should come off just fine with some soap and water. So we're just going to use this side. I'm supposed to be going to the dollar store sometime this week, and so I might grab myself a new one because I really beat this one up. Okay, so I have the lid cut out here, and it's got multiple layers because this is the fancy cover piece. That's the cardboard, and then I've got my acetate, and then another cardboard piece, okay, and then the inside fancy piece. And I haven't glued this all together yet because I'm thinking I have to glue some like ribbon in between, and then glue the other half of the ribbon on the outside just so it acts like hinges for the door. Okay, so that's what I'm hoping for. So I think part 5 video is going to be all about getting this box done. So if you're not curious about watching this box being put together, then you might want to wait for part 6 when I start actually working on the book again. So, alright, I got some ribbon here. So how's everyone doing? We had some really strong thunderstorms come through our valley last night. I love listening to thunderstorms. I really do. Last night though, it was like right overhead and it was really loud. Like, I like listening to like the rolling thunder, you know, where you could hear it roll across the sky pretty much, right? Well, last night was like cracking. It was, ooh, it was good. And then we had some flash flood warnings, and then at one point we outside of town, like about 30 miles outside of town, there was a tornado spotted, and then flash flooding all over the valley. And luckily, I sat on top of a hilltop, so I'm thinking I should glue the fancy pieces on first here. My apartment complex sits on top of a hilltop, so there's no really flash flooding unless you count my apartment pool trying to overflow from all the rain. Because it was coming down hard, like big raindrops and just coming down really hard. So how's everybody else's weather? Well, I know Silver Moon Creations, Leslie, she lives in New Jersey, so they're getting hit with a bunch of smoke. Sounds like it's coming down from Canada. There's some really big not forest fires, just brush fires, or forest fires, I guess, coming down from Canada. And so they're getting hit with a lot of smoke, and it looks really bad over there. Sometimes that happens. We kind of get hit with Oregon. Oregon gets brush fires too, and California gets really bad fires because they're super dry over there. And usually all their smoke comes over towards our way, and sometimes it likes to creep down into our valley, and it gets really bad. So I'm just putting that face piece on. And then once I get the box all put together, I think I'm going to add some, just to finish these edges off, because they look unfinished, don't they? See, how would that look? Pretty cute, huh? And then I might like use some of this star trim and like cut the stars out and kind of like maybe place some more box. I don't know yet. Okay, so let's put acetate aside and do this inside piece. This is, yeah, it is the inside piece. Okay. So yeah, that's how my evening went. And I think that went from, oh goodness, I want to say from 5 o'clock to like 10. So 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. we had to deal with all that stormy weather. It doesn't look like we'll have any tonight, but Thursday and Friday we'll have some more come through the valley. It's like every other day, pretty much, lately. Our valley was getting kind of dry though, so we really need all the rain. Just wish it wouldn't come in like big spurts like that, causing flash flooding. Okay, so there's the inside piece. Now, I'm going to glue this acetate on and then let it set aside. I'm going to take a little bit of sandpaper though. And not in the middle, but just on the very tips of the edges. I like to scratch just a little bit of texture into the acetate. It helps it stick better when I glue it down. And I'll do that on both sides. My husband was trying out, he made some brownies last night. Well, the reason why he got in the mood of making brownies is he ordered, I think my husband's a little obsessed with this. He ordered 8 pounds of Ghirardelli cocoa in one flavor. And then he ordered a super dark Ghirardelli cocoa. So he ordered 8 pounds in one and 5 pounds in the other. Because he loves working with the Ghirardelli cocoa. And so he likes to have lots of it on hand. So he makes brownies, cakes. He makes his own homemade hot cocoa out of it. What else? I know he does some other things with it. He makes his own chocolate frosting. So, if you guys don't know, my husband, he's a really good cook, and he's baking. He's gone to some kind of like cooking school when he was younger. So he's really into like experimenting and stuff and making stuff. Okay, so we're gonna let that set aside now. And we're gonna figure out how put some, I think I'm just gonna start gluing laces on. And this is gonna be like a hinge. I don't have to have actual hinges. We're just gonna make it look fun. Because I'm all about using what you have. And if you don't have ribbon, then use an old t-shirt and just cut it up in tiny little strips or something. Like, you can even just use paper. You can take a piece of paper, let's see. Let me see if I have any strips. You can also take, this is what came out of the middle of those. Take a piece of paper and just kind of like fold it like this. Right? And then you can glue one end on this side and the other end to the box. Right? And it can be a hinge too. I wanted mine to be a little bit more loosey-goosey and flowy, so we're going to use ribbon. So, cross your fingers, this is going to work out. These are probably much longer than what I needed them to be, but I'm gonna make it work. So we're gonna put one on this end, and we'll put one on this end. I'm gonna try to even them out. Here. And then just kind of, can you guys see? Hopefully I'm in frame. Kind of see here. Might need one more. Okay. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to trim those down. Okay. Then these ribbons will be sandwiched in between the two windows here. It's gonna look super cool. And I'm making sure, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I'm making sure that the soft edge, or the soft side, there's something all over the side of that one. Okay, so I'm making sure that the nice side is facing outwards, and then this is going to be facing inwards, like you'll see. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece and make sure, okay, that I'm on the right side. And then just put glue all over this. Okay, so now okay, so we're just gonna smash that down for a few seconds until I know the glue has taken hold. So I'm going to take some of these, put them on these very ends here. There we go. now, hold on guys, I'm just trying to clean up some glue that kind of splurged out on the acetate there. Okay, so now I don't need those ribbons that long, so I'm going to cut some down here. Okay, so I'm gonna let that set aside just for a moment, let it dry a little bit longer before I attach it to the box. I found some more cut-aparts that I wanted to squeeze in this journal, so these are gonna be in there. I just dropped some stars. These are gonna be in there. I might have to spray those. And then I showed you the cut aparts for the bottles and stuff, right? Oh, okay. So let's fold this up. Okay. And to fold these nice and neat, I kind of do this. I cheat and I get a ruler. And I use a score tool and just score it. And then it's so much easier to fold. There we go. Okay, now they should fold nice and easy. And they do. I'm just looking for my score tool. My desk is already looking like a tornado hit it. Now usually when I put a nice envelope like this inside a junk journal, I'll glue it together and make it an actual envelope, right? But I've been watching other journal makers and sometimes they will leave it unglued. Come on. Why is it not closing up? Sometimes they'll leave it unglued and just paper clip it to a page, right? Oh, well, that doesn't even line up with each other. Okay, hold on guys, I have to do some modification here. For some reason, this does not, I think somebody sent me these printables, but it didn't print out right. Okay, now this should close up fine. Okay, now that I've fixed that, what was I talking about? Oh, some people just paper clip it to a page, so the person that's using the journal can just open this up and write stuff in it, like a secret little message to themselves or something, and then they can close it back up And then it's just a pretty little thing, paper clipped onto a page. Not cool. So I think I might just leave it unglued, because I thought that was a really good idea. You know, because it's more writing space. And I tend to overly decorate my pages a little. It's just my style. It's just what I do. So more ideas to sneak in more writing spaces is a good thing for me. Okay. While we're waiting for that lid to dry, we can do one of these pages. Okay. Let's work on one of these pages that I wanted to do. Let me check my time. No, I might not have time for that. Okay. I will do this in part 6. Let's see if this lid is ready to be worked with. Okay. I think it is. The glue that I use works pretty fast, so. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna lay it down, and then, let's see. Try to glue it on. I definitely don't need them that long, do I? Okay. Not the scissors. You know what? If anyone is looking for birthday gift ideas, just in case you're curious, I'm not saying that you have to or anything. A really good pair of scissors would really benefit me. Like, I tend to only get dollar store scissors, and then I'm hard on my scissors, and they don't last more than a month. I also, you can find me on Pinterest at, my Pinterest name is Toni, T-O-N-I, Goozee. It's my husband's last name. It's French, so it's spelled G-O-O-Z-E-Y. Here, I'll write it out for you guys. Or, yeah, you'll find it. It's G-O-O, 2 O's, Z as in zebra, E-Y. So, just in case you're curious. Okay, so I'm gonna glue these on. I'm gonna have to stop this video and start a new one real quick. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna let that set and dry and start a new video. Okay. I'll be right back.